Hello, good morning, Kennard Middle School. Just here this morning to introduce our new topic for this week, which is gonna be balance and flexibility. So just doing my usual morning routine, getting all nice and limber this morning, and wanted to teach you something that I do, a little routine that I do, a little yoga routine. But first, let me get a good stretch in here under my arm. Oh, okay, other arm. Yes, all right. Well, let's get started. Here we go. So obviously I'm not that flexible or have that cool of a pair of yoga pants, but what I do need to do is work on my flexibility. So if you would join me this week for our goal of balance and flexibility, this week we're gonna be focusing on that movement of balance. For me is gonna be through a yoga routine called a sun salutation. And we're going to be also striking some poses called some warrior poses here. But one of the main things you need to do is really focus on keeping your core tight and your breathing. So today we're going to start with a sun salutation. But before I get into this, instead of doing different levels, level 1, 2, and 3, I'm just going to show you how to modify different things that I do to hold poses longer or to modify poses to make them a little bit easier. All right, so here we go. Sun salutation, start with your hands in the middle. Remember your breathing. Hands go up and then fall down and fold in half. For some of you, you can touch your nose to your knees right now. I cannot. Come up to a flat back and then back down. Now you're gonna step back with one of your legs. Some of you, for higher intensity, can jump back at this stage. And then we're going to bring the other leg back. From here, we're going to go down into a tricep push-up. So you can go slower for higher intensity or a little quicker if you need to. Into something called Cobra. And Cobra, for lower intensity, you can hold it here. Or you can come up here and do upward dog where you actually raise your thighs and knees off the ground as well. From here, we're going to transition into downward dog. The goal is to drive your heels into the mat and keep your heels on the mat if possible, unlike me. All right, from this position, you're going to step back up together, or you could hop at this phase. Come up here to flat back, back down. And come all the way back up and breathe back in. Now I'm going to add in some warrior poses and do all of that together. To modify this or make it a little harder or easier, you can hold each pose for about 5 seconds or a little bit harder, maybe 10, even harder, 15. I'm going to go through the whole routine now adding in the warrior poses for about 5 seconds per hold. So here we go. And down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up. And step back. Dog. Now when you step through this time, we're going to go into warrior 1, which is to raise your arms up here and hold 5 seconds. Into warrior 2, 5 seconds. Into warrior 3, come up onto a leg and one leg back. And back up. All right, with all of those poses, you can do all of those things up to 5 rounds to get the best workout for you. Remember, do whatever level feels good for you or whatever modification feels good for you. Have a great Monday. Good to see you again.